everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and today we're looking at Quirky Circuits. And yes, I have covered this game before. This is a Plaid Hat cooperative programming game, but they've released a new edition that kind of replaces the old edition. Like, it has different contents, and it's a much smaller box, and it's a cheaper price, like much cheaper. But I don't think they're selling the original edition anymore. So you can kind of say this is my new coverage of Quirky Circuits. And specifically, I'm going to be looking at our new character, which is this little penguin guy here. And he has these scenarios where he has to collect all of these flags. I'm going to be doing a solo playthrough. I made an unofficial solo variant. I've done a video of it before, but I'm going to do a new one to kind of show how it works. But of course, this is also playable with 2 to 4 players if you want to play it the rules as written. I will have some thoughts on the new edition at the end if you want to jump to that with the timestamps. I'm not going to do a full review because it's basically the same game, so my old review I think still stands. And hey, if you like the content of the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. We have early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month. At least 2 videos you cannot see anywhere else, like top 10 lists and other things. You can also check out our separate streaming channel, even more great stuff over there. You can listen to our weekly podcast. We passed 300 episodes recently, or join the conversation on our Discord. So the basic idea of Quirky Circuits is that players are cooperatively playing action cards in a sort of programmed row. So like each player can alternate, or they can play like multiple cards in a row, but they're all contributing to a single row of action cards that'll activate the robot. And they play the cards face down, so all you can see is the type of action it is. You have generally like turning cards, moving cards like forward or backwards, and then these yellow cards are a bit more random and are like forced cards. You have to play these when they're in your hand before any other cards. Like if I had these 5 cards, I would have to play this yellow card first before I played any of these. And on the face of the card, you can see what it actually does specifically. Moving forward 1 space, moving backwards 1 space, turning left, also turning left, moving backwards. But again, when you program them with the other players, they won't know what's happening. And once every player has played at least 1 card to the action row, and once you have at least 5 cards, you flip the entire thing up, and you resolve it in order, moving the person around and laughing as you realize that you did something wrong. Each robot works a little bit differently, but how the penguin works is he's trying to get all of the flags and then get back to his starting space before time runs out. Every round, this ticks down 1, and you can also kind of count this as sort of a score, like if you win in the green, it's better than winning in the yellow. If you win in the yellow, it's better than winning in the red. And at the end of every turn, the players draw back up to their full hand size. That's basically the core of the game. Now, one key thing with the penguin, he has some cards that have an arrow with that little dash at the top. And that means he goes as far as he possibly can in one direction. And that's going to explain some of the special spaces here. If the penguin gets into a snowbank when he's doing one of those super moves, he stops in that snowbank, these little blue spaces here. You can also move into them with regular movement, but again, if he has one of those like unstoppable movements, that will stop him. He'll also stop with one of those special forward moves when he hits an edge, or when he tries to go against an arrow on an incline. And speaking of those, if he moves down an arrow, like with the arrow, with any amount of movement, he's going to keep on going until, again, he hits a snowbank, or until he hits an arrow, or until he hits the edge of the board. So he kind of like slides down the slope. And the only way to get up the slopes is at very specific points. Like you'll see here, he can go over there. Here, he can creep up there. Here, he can creep up there. But besides that, he is going to just smack against the hills as he tries to climb them. And that's basically for the core rules. Let's look at how my solo variant works. So with my solo variant, and again, this is totally unofficial, you still have your own hand of cards, like here I've got these. But then you've got a second hand of cards that you can play from at any time, except you don't get to see what they are. You can only see what's on the back. So as I like build out the row, and I can leave my own cards face up, I can also put in some of the AI's cards. And the rules of the game remain the same. You need to have at least 5 cards in the row. At least one of them needs to come from each player. And when you're ready, you can flip them up. And once you flip them up, you get into the difficulty balancing, because this variant can be very hard since clearly the AI is just kind of playing stuff a bit randomly. You don't know what they're doing. So you can make the game as easy or hard as you want by giving more or fewer fixes once the row is flipped. Kind of the what I call the normal difficulty level is that you can change 1 card. You can take any 1 card in the row and you can put it in a different spot. You can swap it with another card, or you can remove it entirely. So again, put it in a different spot, swap, or remove entirely. So that's kind of like normal difficulty. You could do that twice if you want to be a little bit easier, even 3 times if you want to make it super easy. And then on hard mode, you can take away some of those options. Like let's say you can only swap, but you can't just put it inside the space. Or you just take away the chance to adjust the action row entirely and make the game pretty much impossible. But that's really it for the solo mode. It's pretty straightforward. And let's see how we do and try to get this penguin to capture those flags. All right, so let's see. Looking at the board when we start out, I guess I could go like boom, boom, get that one, and kind of curve around, maybe get these. Or I could like go to the left right off the bat and try to climb up here, get all the way to those long ones, and then maybe like slide on down over to there. I kind of like that idea, sort of going left at the start here, maybe even going backwards into this flag as a very first thing. That seems to make sense. And let's see, my partner has no force moves, no yellow cards. I've got 3 nondescript moves and 2 turns. And for me, I've got a left turn, a straight, a long straight, and 2 force backwards. Remember, I have to play these before anything else. And very important for strategizing, especially in solo, you've got this card that shows the distribution. So I know that any yellow card that comes out now is going to be a long straight. But other than that, I'm not really sure what his straights might be. There are more right turns than left, and even a 180 turn. So I can kind of imagine that probably neither of these is a left turn. All right, so what I'm thinking is I'll just get both of my backups out of the way. So I'll end up right here, because if you back up, you can't cross those. And then I think I'll do a left turn to face toward that way. Let's have the AI play a bunch of those. So it's pretty low odds that they have a straight in there. But you know what? Just to be safe, that'll probably get me to about here. I'll play 1 more straight at the end. And then let's hope that's a right turn. I'm just going to play out all these cards. With the solo, a lot of times it's like good to just play more cards than you need so that you can then adjust them with your like 1 adjustment. So I'm hoping that I went to here, that their turn is a right turn, that I then got all the way up to here, and then hopefully this other turn is a right turn as well. But let's actually lay them out and see how things worked. All right, so we back up, get that flag, back up again for no effect. We turn left, and okay. Straight, I guess I should actually like see what all these are. Straight, big straight, and backwards. Okay, so this will actually work out great, and then my straight. And then what's their turn? It is a right turn, and then a big thing, and then, okay, a 180. So yeah, I don't think I need to change anything, actually. This worked out pretty well. So it was 1 straight, big straight. Oh, I forgot that the big straight is stopped by the snowbank. Okay, then we'll go backwards. Then we'll go forward again. Actually, you know what? This works out okay, because I'm going to get these flags here, it looks like. Yeah, because I go backwards 1, then I go back forward, I turn right, I get both of those, and I turn around. Actually, you know what? That was better than what I wanted to do. That was better than the plan, because now I can go here and then snake up around there. Awesome. So I do recommend when you're playing solo that you kind of keep the cards organized by type in the discard pile so that your odds of getting specific cards kind of becomes clearer. So like looking here, I've already got 2 of the 3 big move forward, 1 of the backup. So any straights I have are more likely to be single straights right now. And I've had 1 of each turn, which means all that's left is 1 left and 2 right turns. And again, the only remaining yellow has to be a big move forward. So let's see how that helps us out as we go into the next turn. Unless I forget, we're down 1 round. All right, now I was keeping track. This is a turn I drew after shuffling. And since I've got a left and right, that has to be a right turn. I got a forward and a big forward, so that means 2 of these are regular forwards and 1 is a backward. Okay, so I have a decent kind of picture of what I need to do. In any case, I think I'm going to play this first, because that'll get me right into the snowbank. And then I know their first turn has to be a right turn, so that's there. Let's be sure about things and use my own forward to get to there. Use my own right turn. And then I have the only remaining big one, so I'll get up to there. And then, gosh, I have no idea how to turn. This could be the turn all the way around. This could be a right. Let's put it here, hoping that it's a right. And then they've got a couple of straights and then a turn. And we'll see how things actually turn out. So here's everything laid out. Let's see. Okay, so that was a right turn. I knew it was a right turn. That's right. Is this a right turn now? Ooh, it is a right turn. Ha ha ha. And then are these forwards or are they backwards? Okay, forward, backward. Okay, I don't think this is too bad. Let's see. I'll go into the snowbank, turn right, go straight, turn right, go all the way up there, turn right, go up, go back, turn left. I mean, there's nothing like too horrible about that. I guess I'll just let it roll. So bloop, bloop, bloop. Bloop, and we get 1 flag, turn, boop, boop, and okay, turn left into the wall. Perfect. But hey, I've got most of the flags, so what's my plan now? If I turn and go straight, I'll go all the way down to here, and I have to kind of like back up to get to there, and then get back to there. That's kind of awkward. Maybe I'll try to, maybe it's actually good for me to be left here. I can like back up, turn right, and do a big move, then try to get up here, and just like make my way without turning as much as I can all the way over here. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. And a very useful piece of information, I've got 3 right turns that just got played. So I know that the only remaining turns are 1 left and 1 flip all the way around 180. And also, since the only yellow I got is the big forward, I know that the other two backups are going to be coming out probably. So I get both the turns, so that knowledge didn't help me at all. I know that's a backup. That's a big move forward. So there's one more of those, there's two more of these, and one of these straights is a backup. Okay, let's see what we can do. So again, I think I kind of want to back up to here. And then it's a bit awkward, but I can turn left and then turn 180 around to be facing that way. And I know my card isn't all the way forward, but then I've got no turns whatsoever. What the heck? Oh, wait, lies. I got to play my other yellow, or my yellow first, before I can do the turns. So wait, that would have me be boop, boop. So I'd want to move up one. Well, I've got an up one. I don't know what the AI's cards are. Okay, fourth, fifth. Okay, that'll get me to there. I've got a ton of nondescript straight and maybe backwards cards. It shouldn't hurt. I'm just going to play out two of them and, whatever. They should just kind of have me meander around with the same flag. All right, so we know that's a backup. And then what do these end up being? Straight and back. I mean, I think that's fine. I don't know if that matters much. So boop, boop, straight, turn 180, turn to the left, get the flag, and then move forward into nothing and back up. Wow, what a waste of a turn. Not a waste of a turn, but I definitely didn't progress a lot. Oh, would it make any more sense for me to turn right and go all the way down here? No, because then I have to get all the way back to that starting spot. I think that wouldn't be good. Green is seeming pretty unlikely, but I bet I can get a yellow result. By the way, I just did a full reshuffle, so I basically have no idea what anything is. I think one of those straights is a one straight, and one of them is a big straight. But that's about... Oh, I didn't get any yellows? Weird. All right. So I got some turns, and they got some turns. And I got a right and a left, which means that's slightly more likely to be right, but it could be anything. Well, here, we can use my stuff to be safe first. So I'll do a left turn, a single straight, right turn, a big straight. That'll get me right under the flag. And then we'll use one of their turns and hope that it's a right. Then we'll do a bunch of their straight card. Whatever, it'll throw them all down and hope that they actually help. And then we'll throw another one of their turns at the end, just in case. Before I move it all, I imagine I might need to move this. Okay, ooh, that was a right turn. That's what I wanted, right? Yeah, because I'll be on the flag and then turning right to go down this column. Sorry, I know this isn't the best. Ooh, okay, so that will be almost a waste. I'll just move on to the snowbank. And then I'll move again to there. And then I'll move again to there. And then a left turn. You know what I am? Yes. I'm going to swap cards and get a lot farther. In fact, let's swap this with the first arrow. And I think, yes, this should be great. Go left, one forward, go right, big forward, get the flag. Right, one forward onto the snowbank, then the big forward onto the next snowbank, then here, and then a left turn. Just to look at the what is that, a tree, a stick? But besides that was great. Okay, so all I gotta do is get boop, boop, and then end on the flag, and we'll be on the flag. Now that is a problem because if I go down this slope, I'd go all the way over to here. So I either want to do that and then turn around and try to get back, or I want to get these two flags and then get over here and sneak in there. We'll see how it goes. Okay, now as we go into our last green turn, oh, this is a nightmare. So the AI has to play all three of these yellows before they can play anything else. So they don't have to play all of them this turn. Remember, each player only has to play one card. So I could play all five of mine and they could just play one yellow. But I have no idea which of these is backups and which of them is big forwards. Oh gosh, even more of a nightmare. We only have one turn? What? Oh no, I guess, there's no way to make that work for us. I can use the right turn to get here, but then there's no way with just a 180 for me to get to the last flag. So, man, I'm really just gonna have to try to maintain this turn. See, I think I have to do the right turn, and then let's do a forward to make sure I get the flag. And then let's see. I mean, that could be a backup or a forward, and then that could be a backup or a forward. Geez, do I want to play them all? No, I might want to keep... Okay, I don't know. I'm playing a whole bunch of things that'll hopefully have me end up somewhat there-ish. And then, I don't know, I'll play one of my backups. Maybe I do the 180 and then back up. Because that should have me back here. And I should definitely have some left turns coming in a second when I reshuffle, hopefully. Okay, I don't know. We'll let that go. All right, so what's our order here? Back up, big forward, back up, forward. I think I'm fine. So it's right, forward, back, big forward, back, forward, turn around, and back up for nothing. Okay, see, I did end up there facing that way. So I just got to get a left, get that, and get onto that. But I am going into yellow turns. Darn. Now, I did just do a full reshuffle, but this part is useful. I know with 100% certainty, because I checked before I shuffled, that that is a big move forward. So that should help out. Okay, but oh my gosh. Come on. Like, at least give me one of the yellows so I have some idea what they are. No. All right. But this is big. I got the turns. Oh, I got lots of turns. Okay, this is good. All right, so I'm going to turn left to face the flag, right? I'm going to turn left to face the flag. I think, or maybe I want to turn right and then back up onto it. You know what? Actually, yeah, I'm going to do what's hopefully a smart move. I'm going to do a right turn to face the wall. I'm going to back up onto the flag. Then I'm going to turn left. I'm going to move all the way to the snowbank. Oh, it seems like a terrible idea. Then I'm going to do some turn. It might be a 180. And I'm going to play a regular move, then both yellows. Because hopefully one of them is the big move forwards. Even if they back up, my regular move should have canceled it. The big move should get me onto there. And then I'll throw in some random turn. Hopefully I'm just like turning here. But if this is the 180 and that isn't, I can swap them. Let's see. Okay, come on. Be the 180. Okay, it's right turn. That's not great. Okay, and then hopefully one of these is a big move forward. And yes, okay. Just be the 180. I think I win. Be the 180. No. Okay, wait. Can I make this work? Okay. I'll go and play these ones out. So I'm doing a right turn. I'm backing up. Doing a left turn. And then because it's a slope, all right, so all those, they're done. Get out of here. So all I gotta do is get here. So I got a right turn and then a left turn. Darn it, there's no way to make that. Okay. You know what? I think this is okay. So I turn right, I go forward into nothing, I back up, I go back into the snowbank, and I turn left. I mean, it could be worse. It could be much worse. And I still have a lot of yellow turns to get in there. Sorry for the sun glare. Recording in the morning is a little bit more problematic. Okay. Ooh, I went through all the cards. All right, so good. I got the turns. That's kind of the most important part. I just need to turn around and then get in there. Oh, and this is amazing. I got such a good draw from my cards to clarify things. Both of the backups are out. One's there. So I know that all of these are like big moves forward or regular move forward. So I think I can't not win this turn. Yeah, because all I gotta do is turn around and then, I mean, like literally, if all of these are moves forward, I'm just going to go dump them all. And that's already enough cards, but we'll do a victory turn at the end. So turn around and then big move forward and little and big and little, but none of it matters. Or actually another big, because all of them just hitting into the slope here. And then I do a final little turn right to look at the snow caps. And there we go. I have succeeded in the solo variant on sort of normal difficulty. Again, I could have made things much, much harder by giving myself none of those fixes. Although I didn't need them too much on this one. This is one of the easier scenarios. This is the first time you use the yellow cards because you kind of like unlock more complications as you go. But yeah, that was Quirky Circuits, the new edition. And let's get into my thoughts on this one. So first of all, the big negative for the new edition of Quirky Circuits. If you watch my old video or you've played the old one, then you had a sushi robot that had to like get things with their hands. You had a dog that was like picking up fossils and delivering them. And again, sorry for the glare. And you had a bee that was like going and like pollinating things. So you had 4 different robots along with this cat Roomba, which is still in the new edition. Now you're down to just 2, and they are much more similar to each other. These ones used to be like very diverse in the things you were doing. These ones are basically the same thing. You just are moving over stuff. For the penguin, you're moving over the flags. For the cat, you're moving over dust-like mites and cleaning up the dust. So from a variety standpoint, the new edition, much worse. You know, you go from basically 4 different robot types to really kind of 1 robot type with variations. And the other thing is there are fewer scenarios. I think there's only 10. Whereas in the old one, you had, I think, 24 or 25. So you're getting fewer than half as many scenarios. Now, a positive or a negative for the new scenarios is that they never get nearly as complicated as things like the sushi robot, or some of the other scenarios had like multiple things going on, like cats you had to deal with and all kinds of craziness, like almost like little AI helpers and things. So the new edition could be good for that if you're going to play it with like families or kids, because I really wasn't able to ever get my little ones to play the most complicated scenarios, whereas I think the penguin and the cat are always going to be 100% good. But if you're looking for a meatier experience, the new edition is going to deliver that less well because it's just a simpler kind of streamlined version. Now, all that being said, the core gameplay is still great. Like, I love the programming here. I think it's fun for solo with my variant, but it's definitely excellent. If you don't mind some chaos, if you don't mind some crazy stuff happening that you did not plan, it is great for cooperative play. Still a family favorite for sure. And the best thing about the new edition, it is MSRP $20. $20. So all my complaints, all my things about like, oh man, they cut half the robots. They cut half the scenarios. Who cares? When you can get this for full price, $20, and I don't know if it'll be in online stores, but like I imagine then it would be like $15. This game is a ridiculous value, even in this new kind of streamlined edition for that price. It is insane with how much I paid for the original one that you can get this new one for such a cheap price. The components are good, like everything is still good. Yeah, so if you think you might play this with families, if you're not only going to play it, or even play it solo if you liked what you saw with my variant, then I would 100% recommend getting this one if you like some chaotic programming and you find that fun. Now, if you're only going to play with heavy gamers, I don't know, then it's probably a pass, but still, at the price, $20 MSRP, it is insane to me. Like, all my complaints, I was like, oh, a new edition? I don't know. At such an affordable price. I know the original edition didn't sell that great. This one I hope does better because it is a really fun programming game, really fun to get into. It is a slight bummer that they don't have the old content. Maybe they'll do it as like an expansion or something. I think you'd have to like track down an original copy now. But yeah, I think really just that price blows me away with how affordable they made this. So that's Quirky Circuits, the new version. I know you can buy it on Plaid Hat right now. I'm not sure when it's going to be in other stores, but hopefully soon. Hope you enjoyed. Good gaming, and I'll see you at the next stop.